Dear students, now I am going to speak about greenhouse effect and global warming. What is greenhouse effect? Greenhouse effect is the natural process of warming of earth atmosphere by trapping the heat or infrared radiations by greenhouse gases to a comfortable average of 15 degrees Celsius. This is the natural warming of the earth keeps the lives on this earth. Without it, the world would be a frozen, uninhabitable place like a planet Mars. In the earth's atmosphere, the main heat or infrared radiations absorbing gases are water vapors, carbon dioxide and ozone. Now what happened? There is an enhanced greenhouse effect. So, normal greenhouse effect is very much important, keeping the earth warm and habitable place for the organisms. Now, in last 200 years, enhanced greenhouse effect causing the increased global warming is the current problem created by the human activities such as industrialization and automobiles emissions increased the concentration of these greenhouse gases, methane, nitrous oxide, chlorofluorocarbons, etc. So, this increased concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere in an alarming rate, which increases the global temperature or global warming it is creating. So, this is posing the great threat for the survival of the organisms of this earth and in general human in particular. So, what exactly the greenhouse effect or the glass house effect? So, you will see here. So, this is the glass house where the the greenhouse plants can be grown. So, this glass house can able to absorb the heat from the solar radiation, but it cannot the heat radiation cannot escape to the space because of this glass partition. So, that is how the process of the greenhouse effect. It is like a glass house effect. Here the greenhouse gases. So, these greenhouse gases, so they form a layer. So, they are not escaping the heat radiation or infrared radiation, because by absorbing solar radiation, so there is the warming up of the earth's surface. So, that heat radiation will escape to the space, that will be prevented by there is a shield like structure. This is nothing but the gases shield of water vapors, carbon dioxide and ozone and keeping the earth warm. So, what is the difference between normal heating process and enhanced greenhouse effect? So, here in this picture you will see this is the normal process and this is now what we are facing, the enhanced greenhouse effect. So, in the last century, human activities such as burning of fossil fuels, petroleum and deforestation have caused a jump in the concentration of these greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. As a result, the extra trapping of heat and increased the global temperature. So, you can see the some heat continues in the space while the rest trapped by the greenhouse gases that help the planet a comfortable level of warming up, that is very much essential for the organisms to sustain. What happened now? It is the increased greenhouse gases, that means the heat, the less amount of heat is escaping out, going back, less amount of heat is going escaping, so that the temperature has risen, it is about 1 degree centigrade. So, this is the causing the global warming. So, what causes the greenhouse effect? So now just to see this cartoon, that the whole earth inside a glass house, that's the feeling. So the sunlight makes the earth habitable. 30% of solar energy that reaches our world is reflected back to space. Approximately 70% passes through the atmosphere to the earth's surface, where it is absorbed by the land, oceans, atmosphere, and heats the planet. Entire planet is now heated up by the solar radiation. This heat is radiated back in the form of invisible infrared radiations absorbed by the greenhouse gases and redirected back to the earth, causing the warming of the earth. Now, this warming process is enhanced by the human activities such as burning of fossil fuels and deforestation. The concentration has jumped to more than 400 parts per million. This is almost double what we have seen before the industrialization. So, this heat trapped before industrialization, it is about 100 to 200 parts per million. Now, it has become doubled. So, burning of natural gas, coal and oil including gasoline for automobile engines raises the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Even the adding factor is modern farming, agricultural practices. All these further enhance the levels of methane and nitrous oxide. Many factories producing long-lasting industrial gases which contribute significantly to the enhanced greenhouse effect and global warming. So, what causes the greenhouse effect further is deforestation contributes greatly to global warming. Trees use carbon dioxide for their the photosynthesis and give off oxygen in its place, which helps to create the optimal balance of the gases in the atmosphere. Extensive deforestation increases the carbon dioxide level. Apart from that, population growth in an alarming rate, using indiscriminately fossil fuel for heat, transportation, manufacturing, etc., the greenhouse gases keep on increasing to a dangerous level now. Apart from that, frozen methane is also found in the Arctic ice caps are released due to global warming, thus exacerbating the problem of the greenhouse effect. So, that is because of the melting of polar caps, ice caps, so releasing lot of methane to the atmosphere. Ultimately, more greenhouse gases means more infrared radiation trapped and held, which gradually increases the temperature of the earth's surface and the air in the lower atmosphere. Scientists estimated that by the year 2100, that is in next 80 years, the average global temperature will increase. It is about 2 degree centigrade to 6 degree centigrade or 6 degree Celsius. Just imagine what will happen. So, what is the nature of these greenhouse gases? So, of course, greenhouse gases are natural one is carbon dioxide, water vapors, and so now several added factors, several major greenhouse gases that resulted from human activity are included in the list. Concentration of these gases are increased in an alarming rate. The increase in the carbon dioxide content 29%, the increased rate of emission of nitrous oxide is about 11%. Just see that methane is almost 143%, the rate of emission accelerated now. Industrial gases like hydrofluorocarbons, perfluorocarbons, PFCs, sulfur hexafluoride, nitrogen trifluoride, all these hydrofluorocarbons are primarily used in the refrigerants, foam blowing agents, aerosol propellants, solvents and fire suppressants, and even in the industries like aluminum industries, then electronic industries, electrical industries, all these are emitting large amount of this hydrofluorocarbons. It is now it has become the major threat for the the process of warming up. All these methane, carbon dioxide, water vapor, and all these chlorofluorocarbon, hydrofluorocarbon, all they are re-radiating these infrared rays and adding the process of global warming. So, what is the percentage of these greenhouse gases warming up this planet? So, it is the minimum by the carbon dioxide, it is 25% by the methane, 300% by the nitrous oxide. See this fluorinated gases, hydrofluorocarbon, it is warming up the 1000 to 10,000 times. So, this is the global warming potential of human generated greenhouse gases is the measure how much heat each gas is trapping the atmosphere and relative to the carbon dioxide. So, this is in the pie diagram, this has shown how much each human is causing the greenhouse gas contributes to the total emission around the globe. So, carbon dioxide percentage is 76%, and the rest of these are the other gases. So, thereby you will see how our industries are causing the the warming of this globe in an alarming rate. So, what are the adverse effects of global warming or greenhouse effect? Accumulation of greenhouse gases and global warming has led to the increase to mean earth surface temperature and thereby started melting of polar ice caps. The melting of ice at the polar region lead to the increase in the sea levels, which result in the submerging of low-lying countries and cities in the water. So, these are all the problem already started now. An increase in temperature bringing many extreme weather events such as wild forest fires. So, you might have seen so many forest fire incidents that had occurred in Australia last year, California, Amazon forest, all these, even in India in the Uttarakhand and all these places. So, then the heat waves, it is a normal phenomena. Now, there is a constant the warning about heat waves, and strong tropical storms all result due to global warming, and you might have heard about the recent cyclones, that is the what is the recent one, Burevi, Nirau, Fani, all these Amphan, all these are all the the frequent occurrence because of this the phenomena of the global warming. Arctic ice is rapidly disappearing. This has threatened the survival of polar bears. You know, the the polar bears are the in the top in the trophic level. They are now finding it's difficult to get they are in the severe threat now. So, then also the polar region, the polar culture, that is it is under threat now. Glaciers and snow mountains are rapidly melting. Increased greenhouse gases bring the acidification of the ocean, which bring the bleaching of the coral reefs that affect the coral reef across the globe. So, you will see these are the coral reef, it's the rich in biodiversity. In the marine region, which place is the rich in biodiversity is the coral reef region. So, this is now under threat. You will see the how exactly the stone coral or brain coral is affected by the acidification of the ocean or the bleaching effect. So, this delicate balance is upsetting, and the coral reef is a very fragile ecosystem. It is now under threat because of the global warming. Global warming brings the loss of natural habitat, extinction of many life forms which are sensitive to rapid changes in the climate, which will affect severely to the migrating birds. Seasons are changing now, So the migratory birds, it is the seasonal, the behavior or biological clock is upsetting in these migrating birds and also in the insects. So the recent, the swarms of locusts, all these are because of the global warming. The effect of greenhouse gases and global warming is brought changes in the seasons. That's what I said. There is a shift in season cycle as the summers are getting longer than the winters that affect the animals to change their lifestyle and bring their extinction. So the animals, so many animals and plants, they cannot adjust with the sudden changes. So this is threatening them, and they are under the verge of extinction. The global warming is also responsible for the introduction of some new bacteria and viral disease. The recent we suffer what is the COVID, eating this globe. Global warming is also affecting the crop production as the crops are getting destroyed by the sudden changes in the temperature and sudden onset of rains. So due to global warming, Earth's atmosphere is getting more unpredictable heavy rains, recent heavy rains, landslide, all these that in certain areas, and drought in some areas, all these extreme changes what you are seeing, this is also because of greenhouse effect and global warming. Loss of sea ice would threaten large population of fishes, whales, walruses, seals, polar bears, and this has contributed to the decline in number of sea fur seals, sea lions, sea birds, pollux, and several other fish species are also in their the decline in their number, and they are all in the face the threat of survival. So what are the solutions for this? How to control, how to reduce the greenhouse effect and global warming? By 2050, if global warming to exceed to 1.5 degrees Celsius, that means intense drought, it will create intense drought, extreme heat, flooding, poverty, and decline in species, including mass die-off of the world coral reef and worsening of the food shortage, chains, food shortage, and wildfires, forest fires, all these will occur. So reducing our greenhouse gas emission will require, there is a war-foot effort or significant effort at the international, national, and local levels. First and foremost, we must make extreme cut down in fossil fuel, production of and consumption of this fossil fuel, and creating the nuisance and polluting this atmosphere. Switching to use alternate clean renewable energy and energy efficient technologies, and investing the fuel efficient electrical vehicles, all these we have to immediately we have to take care of all these, otherwise we cannot control this global warming process. Controlling greenhouse gases from the emission sources like power plants or directly from the air. So it is, we have to find some permanent solutions or measures to control all these, thereby we can control the global warming. We must protect our forest, that is a carbon sink, it absorbs lot of carbon dioxide, and as a individual level we must commit to adopt carbon reducing activities in our daily lives. Dear students, it is in our hand, in your hand. So we have to opt for the greenhouse gases reducing technologies, save forest, save climate, and save the world. Thank you.